Hey guys, Ultra Maximus back with another Transformers review, and today we're taking a look at a Generations figure for the 30th anniversary of the Transformers, and it's Autobot Scoop. So, yeah, this guy. He's an interesting choice for a 30th anniversary character. He kind of is at the end of the G1 line, kind of the beginning of the G2 line. He's a double Target Master, and I really am glad that they did do a Target Master, which is very cool stuff. Although, personally, I would have preferred a Crosshairs figure, because that's the one I had as a kid. And this guy's just kind of strange to me. He's all round odd. The reason I got this figure to begin with, I wasn't going to get him, was that Walmart actually discounted all of their deluxe figures, Generations and Age of Extinction, to $9.97. So, if you're looking to get your AOE figures, go to Walmart, or your Generations figures, because they've got them on discount right now. So yeah, I picked him up because he was on sale, and it was between this guy and Age of Extinction Crosshairs, and quite frankly, this looks like the better figure, even though this figure really has no draw to me. So let's take a look at the packaging, let's talk about the character himself, and then get him out of the plastic. So yeah, here he is in the bubble. So he's got his two Target Masters, and they look like they're hulking out. They're like, look at the guns on me, I'm tiny. Yeah, so he turns into a, I guess, steam shovel, kind of a bulldozer type deal, excavator, earth mover, whatever you want to call him, and he's in very bright orange and blue. The color scheme is actually very nice to the G1 figure. If you go back and look at the G1 figure, it's very, very close. So they did a good job with it. We've got the IDW comic as the background art, which I do like, but it is hard to get out of the packaging like that. I wish they kind of would have done the package a little different. Something to get the comic book out easier without tearing it up. We get our 30th anniversary logo down at the bottom with an Autobot symbol. Very cool stuff. Getting close to the end of the 30 figures. Here's the back of the package. Kind of a wide shot. Yeah, so there he is with his Target Master. So the cool thing is they can combine to form one big gun. So that's pretty neat. There's his bio. If you want to pause and read that, you can. There are his stats. Again, if you want to pause and read it, you can. A loader is what they call this vehicle, I guess. Yeah, in the Target Masters, Caliburst and Hole Punch. I think Caliburst is a different name, because one of them, and I don't know which one it is, if you know, leave a comment. One of them, they changed the name on, I'm guessing, because of copyright restrictions. Let's see here. On the bottom, who do we have on the bottom? We've got Armada, Starscream, and Fall of Cybertron and Skywarp. Both really good figures. If you've not picked them up, check out my reviews on them. So yeah, there he is. Now, I will say the one thing about this character, he is interesting as far as the bio goes. The bio in this card stock indicates he's a relentless warrior, and the G1 character is pretty much the same way. However, he was a very religious character, which is interesting for Transformers. He was constantly reading the Book of Primus, so I find that very interesting in the character himself. What else on this guy? Another interesting fact about this character, he never was on the cartoon, sort of. When they did the Generation 2, where they kind of bastardized the G1 cartoon, and Optimus, Power Master Prime, was talking to some kid, retelling the whole story of the Transformers. There was an episode where he's talking about a battle on Cybertron, and they cut in on some view screens footage from the toy commercial for this guy, and I think there were 3 double target masters. And so that footage got spliced into the cartoon. So I guess he kind of made the cartoon, sort of. So yeah, kind of interesting for sure. But yeah, overall, definitely, I just can't use a different word, I guess. Interesting character to use for a Generations anniversary figure. So let's get him out of the package and see what we think of him. Alright, so here we have Scoop out of package with Caliburst and Hole Punch. And yeah, pretty decent stuff. We'll take a look at these guys here in a minute. Here is the comic book that comes with, which is just another reissue of a IDW book. Nothing on the back, just like all the others. And here's the artwork on the inside. Kind of cool stuff. Haven't read this book. I'm sure I'll get to it at some point in time. But yeah, so let's look at the figures themselves. We'll take a look at the little Target Masters first. Yeah, so I get some mixed feelings about these guys. On one hand, I'm really, really impressed. They have completely different sculpts. I really anticipated these guys having about the same sculpt, just repainted. And that's not the case. They are very, very different. Now, their paint apps are really kind of sloppy. It just looks like a lot of paint in places, not enough in others. You can tell this is the end of the run. They both transform the same way, and they both have more articulation than I thought they would in their arms. Their arms are on ball joints, the head does not move, and the legs do not move. And it's really kind of sad. I wish they would have done something with the feet to have the feet become part of the gun. That is not the case, though. And to get these guys to combine, each one of them has a port on the back that will connect to a piece up here on the barrel. So one can sit on the bottom while the other sits on the top. It's how they merge. So that's kind of cool stuff. Yeah, not too bad. We'll get a shot with them here in a second. Let's take a look at Scoop really fast. And, you know, overall, I like the sculpt on this guy. I really do. He is just the most bland good guy I have ever seen, though. He is just a general, throw in the back of the army line good guy. He is a total background character, and that's okay. And it's kind of nice that a background character gets a toy every now and then. I really love the sculpt. I think it's a great sculpt. He looks good. He poses well. He looks heroic. He's just a bland character. That's it. And his color scheme is just orange. That's all it is. His head sculpt, if I can see if I can get it focused here. His head sculpt looks really good. He's got light piping, which looks really, really nice. I love the blue detail on his chest. I love the Autobot logo. The great big wheels on his shoulders. He has hinge joints here on his shoulders, elbow joints. His wrists can kind of come in and out, and that's really, I think, about it. He does have a waist pivot, which is very cool, makes for good poses. He does move at the knees, and his feet do move a little bit up and down for transformation. But yeah, overall, I like him. I think he looks good. I like how the shovel just kind of hangs on the back there. It gives him a little bit of bulk. He seems a little small for a deluxe class figure, but, I mean, that's just the way they are, I guess, nowadays. Yeah, so pretty cool stuff. Overall, I mean, like I said, it's a great sculpt. It's just a bland character and a bland paint job. He's just somebody to sit in the background and give a gun, and he's part of the action, I guess. So let's get his Target Master partners in their gun modes and see what kind of poses this guy can strike. Alright, so here is a pose with his guns ablazing. Looks like he's charging into battle. And like I said, he does look really, really cool. I really do like him. I think he poses really, really well. He's pretty dynamic for a figure. I think he's going to make really good poses on the shelf. Yeah, I mean, all in all, there's nothing bad I can say about this guy. The sculpt is really good. It's just, I can't repeat enough. He's just a very bland character. So yeah, let's combine both of the guns and see how that looks. Alright, so here we have him with both guns merged together, and yeah, I mean, it's okay. It just makes a really big, goofy kind of gun. I think it looks better with both of the guns separated, personally. But it's nice that they can do that, and you've got that option, I guess. That's kind of a fun gimmick. But it looks better when he's holding two guns. I mean, that's the whole point of a double target master, right? Two guns. So let's get him in his loader mode and see what we think about that. Alright, so here we have Scoop in his loader mode, and it's not bad. I mean, it's a pretty good construction vehicle. I do like it. I think it looks pretty good. The one thing I do notice out of the gate, the shovel piece right there, that is two-tone on the back of the package. If you look at the back of the package, like half of it is yellow, the other half is this kind of orangish color. And the final figure is completely one color. It's just one big orange piece. I mean, but it does look like a construction vehicle. It really does. The funny thing is, if you can see it on the inside, I love this. It looks like he's driving. That is hysterical. Kind of funny, kind of cool. The detail is really good. I like the hydraulics on it. I love the rivets and grooves on the thing. It doesn't roll that well if this is all the way down. You have to kind of lift it up to get him to roll. He rolls pretty decent if that's up. But I guess that's to be true of an actual loader, right? If that thing's on the ground, it's going to get some resistance. You do have a ladder over here, which is really cool. Now, there is a port, I forgot to mention, in robot mode that you can put the guns and mount on there, so you can put them on a forearm if you want to. There are also ports up here on top where you can mount these guns up here if you so desire. Just kind of plug them in right here, which is kind of cool. The original G1 toy was like that. Overall, I mean, it's pretty decent. The back is kind of we have the bigger ladder to go up over here, which looks really, really nice. And I noticed there's no Autobot logo in this mode, and that's kind of interesting, for sure. I do like the mode. I think it looks cool. He is a good construction vehicle. Very odd choice for a Target Master to be a construction vehicle, but is what it is, I guess. So, yeah, overall, is this figure worth buying? If you're a Target Master fan, yeah, you're definitely going to like him. If you like oddball, obscure characters, you would probably like this. Like I said, the sculpt is great. I really wouldn't mind them repainting this into other molds. I wouldn't mind seeing maybe a Constructicon out of it or something. I'd like to see it used at least a few more times. It's that good of a sculpt. It's just the character is very bland. He's just a generic Autobot. Yeah, sure, why not? You know, if he's on sale, you know, he's $10 right now at Walmart. It's not a bad pickup for $10 at all. So there he is, Autobot Scoop. Thanks for watching, guys, and look for more videos in the future.